Hey fam, sorry it's been a while since I've posted on this channel, but I just got the idea to try to make a video about a thought that I had recently. Today I was looking through some of my old journals from high school and really seeing how much of a progress I've made with depression and anxiety, and it was much more of an issue and struggle in high school, and I'm very grateful for the progress I've made and the recovery I've had and, where I am today. But looking back at some of these thought processes and outlooks that younger me had, I'm looking at this journal, these things that I wrote years ago, and just thinking, Katie, it's going to get better. And some of these things, you're complaining about these things a lot. Certain, I don't know, I think it was social situations, or you complain about these things, but some of these things you can do something about it. So I came up with this metaphor about tofu. It just popped into my head. You know how tofu takes on the taste and flavor of whatever you put it into, right? You put it into a pot of broth, of, I don't know, chicken broth or vegetable broth, and it will absorb that flavor, right? Tofu has absolutely no say in what it gets dumped into. If it gets put in this broth, it is going to sit in that broth and swim in it, and, well, not swim. It is going to absorb the flavor around it until that becomes a part of it. And with that, I looked at younger Katie and just noticing that she was just wallowing in self-pity and having these thoughts like it's never going to get better, or it's always going to be like this, and this very negative outlook, like, go ahead, everyone else leaves me, just leave me like everyone else, I'm never going to get better, I guess I'm just forever alone. Looking back, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, Katie, you can do something about this. You are not tofu. When you are put in this, shall we say, broth or this stew, you are not tofu. The tofu can't get out of that. The tofu just has no choice but to sit and stew in it. But you have the option to A, do something about it to make a change, or B, just sit in it and wallow in it and swim in it until it becomes a part of you. I actually remember a specific girl in, I think it was my math class, it might have been health class, but there was a project, I don't remember what it was, but I remember being really stressed. I couldn't figure something out. I just remember being duped and stuck. And I remember, well, I probably voiced it out loud a lot, and a girl sitting in proximity to me said, well, you can either do something about it or you can continue to complain. And I think that piece of advice really fits with what I'm trying to say with this tofu metaphor. I know, you cannot control depression. You can't change the fact that you have this mental illness. You cannot control anxiety. But thoughts, feelings, behaviors are things that you can, at least to some degree, change, is what I've learned. I hope this makes sense to you. When something comes up that's really discouraging and you find yourself catastrophizing, is one of the words I've learned. It's never going to get better. I can't do anything. Everything is awful. This just, all of it sucks. You can either sit in it and stew in it until it becomes a part of you, or you can do something about it and rationalize, use your positive coping skills, get the help that is around you. Some of the coping skills that I've learned in therapy, like, rationalizing and thought stopping and stuff like that. You can either sit in it and wallow in it until you just absorb it and you're just going to swim in that for a very long time, or you can, stop. I don't like this. It undoubtedly sucks, but let's see if there's something I can do to combat this and make it less bad. Again, I know you can't control depression or anxiety or mental illness in general. It's not that simple as just get out of that pot, or, just swim harder, or just pull yourself out of there. I know. It's going to take effort and help and skill and practice, but you are not tofu. is just this metaphor that I came up with while reading through my old journals and looking back at the differences between how I was in high school versus how I am now. I hope this makes sense. I hope it helps you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're staying happy, healthy, and hydrated. Feel free to check out my music channel. I'm a musician too, so if you want to see videos of me making music, you can check that out. All 5 demos of my original songs are on my music channel right now. Take care, and thanks for watching. Bye.